This is the last time I'm probably gonna be making a video at 3 a.m. in the morning, but I'm probably not gonna miss it in any case. So, I'd like to start off this speech by asking you something. What do you see in front of you? Um, so please continue listening to this speech after you thought about it for a while. Okay, so let's move on. Now, a lot of people want to be remembered. As our batch graduates in a mere 4 weeks, many would want to leave behind a good impression of themselves for whatever reason. One could want to be remembered as the nice guy who was helpful to his peers and his teachers. Another may want to be remembered as the one who always had his swag on and who was present in every social event to date. But it really irks me to know that there are some who think that is some kind of universal obligation that belongs to every single human creature in this world. Time and time again, I have heard the same people preach about legacy this and legacy that. Make an impact in this world, they say. Change people's lives and be remembered for it. Unfortunately, my brain cannot comprehend these ramblings in the slightest. It makes no sense to me why people would want others to remember them. For whatever reason, I might add. Should people keep alive the memory of these heroes? Although the term heroes in itself is already ambiguous, such as former President Benigno Aquino Jr. or Dr. Jose Rizal, then so be it. This is, after all, a decision made by those who wish to honor these late individuals, assuming that the aforementioned people did not intend on dying a glorious death in an attempt to have or grasp everlasting fame. However, what I have been taught is on a completely different plane, if not a completely different dimension. People tell me that I must make a name for myself in this world, that I have to create a mark on society, whether through conventional or unconventional methods, through moral or immoral means. I sit down and I absorb all of these words, these fragments of somebody else's ideals and opinions permeate my consciousness, just like germs do in a human body. Yet, just as germs are not easily permitted to infect our bodies, my own way of thinking conflicts with these sickeningly domineering and egotistic lessons. I contemplate about how foolish it is to want to be kept alive through the people's thoughts, but I don't say anything because these are just my opinions. They say I must take action and make people remember me. I ask nobody in particular. Why? Is this the secret of death? The secret that makes death seem so scary? Are people afraid that others will forget them, and so strive to leave behind a legacy in an attempt to, in a way, defeat death? This line of thinking does not bode well with mine because when one looks at the bigger picture in life, one sees that we are all inevitably going to die. And to die is just a stepping stone to being forgotten completely. It is an inescapable fate, in my opinion, for us to fade away into non existence. Sooner or later, the people who are alive at any given moment after our death will forget us. To leave behind a legacy, for me, is a pathetic attempt at trying to slow down this process. I, on the other hand, have come to see the truth in these things, and so have come to accept them for what they are. I don't intend on wasting my time trying to fight an ineludible and unconquerable enemy. So go ahead and be that helpful student that everybody remembers. Or go be that guy who made an appearance in every party and who knows every girl's name by heart. If in real life people's identities are meant to deteriorate into nothing, to eventually slip out of the grasp of the collective unconscious, what more the identities we held for just 4 easily forgotten years of our lives. I know that wasn't much of a valedictory speech, but it's something that I've been thinking about because, as I've said before, people have always been talking about being remembered. And I chose not to talk about my last message, but to leave Savior by imparting some of my thoughts and maybe to let people start thinking about these things as well. So now I ask you something I asked you at the beginning of this video. What do you see in front of you? You have absolutely no clue, do you?